Welcome to Toffee Blue View, your source for all things Everton. Gerry, David, Max, and there we have it. All right. So we decided it was time to do another respectful look back into the past, into a player that, frankly, if we had more players who had this guy's attitude, I think this season probably wouldn't have gotten off to the start that it did. All right. So yeah, I'm talking about the player affectionately known in certain parts of America as the Scottish Messi, Stephen Naismith. All right.
Woo.
Yeah. So Stephen Naismith was with Everton from 2012 to 2016. Scored 18 goals, 103 appearances. What?
I'm genuinely just laughing, mate. I'm enjoying it. Just keep going.
Now we got to do all of.
No, people appreciate that we're having a good time.
Clearly, he scored goals for us. He played a variety of positions for us. But let's get into some Naismith stories. All right, Max, you started off. You were talking earlier about one story in particular. So why don't you take the baton?
He just kind of, obviously I know he's not an Evertonian, but he lived the Evertonian's dream, really. Scored for his first touch for the club at Tony Hibbert's testimonial against AK Athens. And he went on to score a hat-trick in that game as well. He was just an absolute warrior of a player. He was super, I think, if ever the term super sub is applicable, then it's for Stephen Naismith. I mean, especially in the first few years at the club, like whenever he kind of came off the bench, he changed games. And I think that is very much the case with Stephen Naismith. Again, and his first professional goal was in the derby. Bringing it to 2-2. You look at the stuff that he's done and you just think, I wish I'd done that. The kind of situations that you've lived in your head, and you just kind of think, right, yeah, coming on for my first game for Everton, there you go, first touch in the back of the net, and then your first professional appearance against Liverpool, just scored a goal there, bringing on level terms. And again, I went to Moyes' last game at Chelsea, and he was the final scorer of the Moyes era, even though we got beat 2-1. He got some very notable. He's done very notable things in a blue shirt. Well, for Everton in particular, and Rangers as well, but particularly for Everton, he has done quite high-profile things.
I'm just going to throw this in there. In the beginning, when I first started watching Everton, I wasn't a believer. All right? And here's why. Every time I saw him playing, he was on the wing. He was playing right wing. And I got to be honest, after I saw Martinez shift him into the middle, kind of at a, up 10 type of position, I think that was where he's most natural, you know? And so when I saw him, the combination play that he brought, the intensity that he brought, the intelligence that he brought, just a way to play the game. And then I heard about him off the field, the way he would give his tickets away.
Yeah.
Just seemed like a class guy.
With the homeless charities and things like that.
Yeah.
And I've met him on several occasions, and you can't really speak highly of him. He's a great guy. I can see the disappointment in your eyes.
I hate you people. Yeah. I remember when me and Jags, we went out for coffee one time, and he made fun of me because I got a latte. Oh, me and Jags go way back. You guys, that's awesome though. That's really cool. I'm just jealous as hell. Is really what this is. David.
Yeah. It was funny. It was funny when he come in because he kind of followed the same pathway that Jelavic had.
Yeah.
And, they were obviously the front two at Rangers, and then Rangers kind of gone into all the trouble that they did, and then we ended up getting probably the 2 best strikers. And yeah, he scored a hat-trick, and everyone thought, wow, on that. I mean, Hibbert took all the limelight, of course, that because he scored his one and only goal for that AEK Athens game. But I think if you remember, though, obviously he got that hat-trick in the AEK Athens game that you were speaking about, Max, but then he kind of really struggled for those first couple of months, and no one was really getting on board with him, and then he come up trumps with that massive goal against Liverpool to make it 2-2. But then, yeah, it was a very hit and miss first season, a lot of substitute appearances, as you said, and then one thing that he was always considered a hard worker, wasn't he? And I think he really got Everton and his family seems to get Everton, and he really bought into the city. We talked about the stuff with the charities and stuff. But he did seem to be a bit of a Marmite player, and initially for the first few years, because people were torn about the fact that he was a genuinely nice guy. He worked his ass off on the pitch, but at times maybe people questioned his ability, which was a bit of a shame.
I think it's worth mentioning. As you kind of said there, he was very much a Marmite player, and I think that just because he was kind of the epitome of what a Moyes player was.
Yeah.
He was a real hard worker. He was technically gifted, don't get me wrong. He's a very intelligent,
yeah, he is.
Centre forward or just behind the forward. Some of the stuff he did, really technically good. But as you say, that around that time, around like towards Moyes' era, we were kind of, as you said, we brought Morales in, and we kind of saw the kind of like the flashes of skill that Morales had, and you kind of thinking, maybe we can kind of break the glass ceiling and kind of, try and buy a few more players with that type of technical ability.
Yeah.
But I think people don't realise that you need characters and players like Naismith in your squad.
Yeah.
Another memorable game I've got, there is just that the Chelsea game, not the one that he scored the hat-trick in, the 1-0 when he scored just before half-time.
Yeah.
Jelavic looped the cross in and he met it with his head.
Is that the same game where Gareth Barry kind of blocked one on the line?
Oh, yeah, block on Eto. That was just like a really memorable day for me. I remember the date and everything, 13th of September.
Yeah, well, it kick-started our season, that game, didn't it, really?
Game.
Yeah.
Game.
And yeah, he got the goal. And he that's what he did have a knack of, scoring big goals in big games. He did seem to do it a lot. And then I'm sure someone else can't wait to tell the story, so I'll leave it to them. But the hat-trick was the perfect hat-trick they got against Chelsea off the bench. And that was unbelievable. And I think it was a testament to him that people were genuinely gutted to see him leave when he did. Nobody wanted to see him to go, to be honest. I think the money was good for maybe the age that he was and where we were at the time. Norwich, sorry. It showed interest, the previous window. They kind of never really let go of that interest, and obviously with the money that we did get for him. And he wasn't playing that much either, was he? So
yeah, it is understandable. But I think kind of again, you kind of just got these examples where you think that is just kind of the epitome of a good player. Like I remember one of the most memorable games I've ever been to when we beat Arsenal, and the game had literally only just kicked off. Mikel Arteta gets on the ball and Stephen Naismith goes straight through him.
Yeah.
And it just turned Goodison into an absolute bear pit. That's just the type of player he is. He's like a fan, and you're with him.
Yeah, I've got a friend of ours who's based in our office who's a Norwich City fan, so I'm constantly asking how he's getting on down there. I don't know how he's done this year, but I know he's done well whilst he's been there. But yeah, he was just another one, wasn't he? All three of us are speaking really fondly of him. So I think he started in a difficult patch and he won everyone over purely on his hard work and dedication to not just the club but the city as well. you know, he often compared Merseyside to Glasgow, didn't he? And that's why he kind of seemed to put so much back into the city.
Yeah.
Something I noticed that I looked up because I knew I remembered something about this. I think that speaks a little bit about his character. In 2008, he had a cruciate ligament rupture. All right? And then again, in 2011, he had another one. All right? And that was I think he came back in 2012, okay? Which is right when he was that was right when he came to Everton. You know? So that first season I saw him, he's always my example that I give when I point to people and I say, your first season back from a major injury, you're still adjusting. You're still getting used to it. And because I always point to his success for the next year that I saw him play, but he was under Martinez and he's playing a different position. All right? But we're talking about a player that is not the fastest, he's not the quickest, he's not the most skilled. All right? He's made a career out of heart, being crafty and intelligent and clinical.
Yeah, poacher.
You know?
You poacher.
Yeah, and it's we don't have anybody really like him right now. You know, we don't. You can think about certain aspects of him are with certain players, but there's nobody that encapsulates all of those things. And I remember when Martinez was quoted when Norwich was, sniffing around, he said, well, I think we're going to let him go because he's asked to go and I respect him. Now, that could have been Martinez blowing smoke, as he tended to do, but it
that's
seemed
a
like
scandalous allegation. That's an outrageous allegation.
Is that super libelous? Is that not common knowledge? No.
You'll have Mr. Martinez's lawyers on your case tomorrow morning, mate.
Slander, because it's spoken, not written, so it's not libel. But
fair point, yeah.
But
see, you've had these issues before.
I know all the terms.
Yeah.
I talk so much shit. No, but it really did seem like he had a serious affinity for Naismith. Like he really respected him as a person.
Yeah.
And as though he was saying, he said, I don't want to lose him. I don't want him to go. He said, I'd rather keep him here, but I can't guarantee him the playing time that he would get somewhere else. That sucks when you're thinking that's a player who's a talisman almost in the locker room.
Yeah.
And you don't want to lose that shit.
No.
That's a bummer. I'm getting pissed off thinking about it.
Yeah.
But
so the moral of the story is we liked him. We didn't want him to go, but we understand why he did.
Definitely. I wasn't, and I said I was pissed off. I wasn't really angry at him. Just angry at the situation to lose a quality character like him. Someone who's, who you watch them play and you hear things about him. You're like, you know what? If I ran into him on the street, he'd probably be cool.
Well,
he'd
here's
probably
one.
Be nice.
That caused controversy last season. People split down the fence on this, and to be honest with you, I don't even want to open the can of worms about it. But it's very rare that a player will get Goodison applauding. It's like standing up to applaud his goal when he plays for the opposition, and that's what happened last year. Played Norwich in the cup and he scored, and he got a round of applause from the Everton fans, which says a lot maybe about the guy.
Yeah.
More than anything else. I'm not. Considering we went on to get knocked out of that by Norwich at home, I don't think it went down too well at the end of the game, but it's still a testament to him.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it was one of those moments where I was like, oh, this is going to be a great moment if we make sure we win this one.
Yeah, if we win 4-1, that's okay, yeah.
I mean, it was still a good human moment, but if you were a supporter when you think we should not get knocked out, that complicates things. It muddies the waters, if you will. And I don't think there's a right answer on that one, by the way. Just saying. And I'll just last thing I'll say about Naismith is I'm always going to remember, as you guys mentioned, the perfect hat trick against Chelsea when he wasn't even in the game, wasn't even supposed to be playing, and Besic gets hurt, and he comes in, a really non-traditional sub, to have a defensive mid go off and bring on somebody like Naismith, not even the same position, and he just lights it up and looks awesome. Such a good day to be a Blue, you know? It was one of those moments where I'm just like, oh, you know? Yeah. So
cheers to the silver vision.
The silver vision. Yeah. I'm waiting for that one.
All right. So any other words for Naismith here, guys?
Oh, if he comes back to Merseyside, he won't be short of a few pints at the bar.
I agree.
Yeah.
So,
but you two will. So don't be coming to me at the bar.
You know, I'm kind of dry here, Dave. What's going on? All right. So yeah, that is our Remember Me Naismith segment. It's a badass. Still is a badass. All right. Big fan. Love that guy. Like I said before, if I had money, I would have gotten his name on the back, because they do that in America. Apparently in England they don't. Apparently it's kind of things that kids do. But I live in America, and I don't care here. All right. All right. That is they don't see the back of that shirt. They don't know that number 3 Baines is on the back of it. They don't know that. All right.
Is it really? Yeah. Is that it is on the back?
Yeah. I take a long time picking what number and player goes on the back. Cool. It's a careful decision. So, all right. So I guess that is all. If you're digging the videos, please subscribe. Our numbers are slowly rising. Like, comment, tell us what you think about. Give us your Naismith memory. You know, that'd be awesome. All right. Yeah, check out David's writing, his articles on the Sportsman and the Toffee Blues website.
Yes.
He's also known for he's got several headwear. I can't even. I was gonna riff on your headwear, and then I realized Max got in on it too, and shit.
Me and Max know a good flip flop. Gerry, yours are on the way, mate.
No one knew that they're flip flop brothers. All right, it's adorable.
That was a thing.
All right, check out Max's stuff as well. Yeah, I'm not even gonna be witty because I think the flops kind of capped it off.
Yeah,
that's where we peaked.
Yeah,
so,
the flip flop flop, didn't it? Let's be honest.
The flop off. All right, so that's it. All right, we have one more video to do. See what it's about.
See ya.
Bye.